Before the new year, everyone loves talking about getting new healthy habits, becoming a better person, changing their life overnight. We do believe that on the 1st of January we will wake up as a new person, we'll start implementing all these things that we never had time and motivation for. But we know it never happens, right? So, instead of talking of all these habits of a perfect human who probably doesn't even exist, I decided to talk about the habits to quit in the new 2022. This year was emotionally tough for me sometimes, and I faced such problems as insomnia, constant headaches and a low state of mood myself. And during all this year I was trying to figure out how to get rid of them, and here are top 5 things that helped me to go through this year and to stay positive. And I hope you will find these things helpful as well. And the first thing that I want to get rid of in 2022 is reading too much news and constantly checking social media. There are many studies that recognize the negative impact of social media on our happiness and level of depression. Those people who spend more time on Instagram tend to be more depressive and less satisfied with their own lives. An average person spends 2 hours and 24 minutes every day checking social media. But at the same time, people wish they had more time to travel, reading, learning new languages, spending time with the family and so on. The same thing happens with the news consumption. Of course, it's very important to be aware of the most important stuff that is going on in the world, but it's absolutely not necessary to pay attention to all the news. Even though there are many bad things happening in the world, you don't have to constantly dive into it. It can make you feel anxious, worried and sad very fast. As a result, low state of mind will lead to sleeping problems and depression. Remember that most of the news has nothing to do personally with you, and you only have limited mental energy every day, so why waste it on something you have no control of? Some people may call it ignorance, but I think that it's very important to consume only things that have no impact on your mental health. Next thing that I think we should stop doing in the new year is staring at the mobile phone right before the bed. You might already know that you should be getting between 7 and 9 hours of sleep, and one of the best things that you can do for your physical, emotional and mental health is to start getting a good sleep every night. You probably don't even realize how your smartphone habits can affect your sleep. Grabbing your phone right after you jumped into the bed may seem like a harmless habit, but it may have a very bad impact on your brain's health. It keeps your mind psychologically engaged. Checking your phone stimulates the brain, so we get more active and awake. Even a quick check of your phone can delay sleep. The blue light from the screen suppresses melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone responsible for sleep-wake cycle. Insomnia and tiredness during the day often are caused by the lack of melatonin. If you have this not very healthy habit, what you can do is to reduce the usage of your device 1 hour before going to bed. If you can reduce it only to 30 minutes, it still will have a huge impact on the quality of your sleep. If you are struggling with limiting time for scrolling through your phone before sleep, try leaving it in another room so it won't be easily to achieve. It's very important to establish a healthy, relaxing bedtime routine for a good sleep and, as a result, for a good quality of life. And the next habit is eating before going to the bed. Have you ever heard that eating late reduces the quality of your sleep? It's also a big factor in weight gain and results in a moody morning the next day. When you eat late, the calories don't get digested properly and they stay as a fat. Those who eat dinner at least 2 hours before going to bed have a reduced risk of cancer. Having a meal close to bedtime can cause you serious sleep problems. The reason for that is that our digestive system will work while we are asleep that will not let us have a proper rest. If you have your dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before sleeping, your metabolism improves. There should be a gap of 11 to 12 hours between your dinner and breakfast to help your digestion system to work in a proper way. Personally, I feel terrible in the morning after a late night dinner. It affects my sleep and as a result I feel not productive and moody the whole next day. So I try having my latest dinner at least 3-4 hours before going to bed. This time works best for me. Maybe for you it can be less or more. If I feel hungry, I just have a cup of herbal tea, and my sleep got significantly better after I started implementing this rule. The next bad habit that I want to talk about is not paying enough attention to your spendings. With the invention of credit cards and online payments, keeping a track of your money and how much you actually spend has become significantly more difficult. Every time we make an online payment, it's hard to feel the amount of money you have just spent because our wallet doesn't get any emptier. If you don't keep a track on your spendings, you may not even realize how much you actually spend on a daily basis, and sometimes it can become a very bad surprise. You may spend too much on eating out or entertainment, or you may even pay for the subscriptions that you haven't used for a long time and forgot about them. That's why it's so important to analyze your credit card reports at least for a month, to have a clear understanding on how much you actually spend. Make a list of the things that you can happily live without and start making savings instead. Having some cash saved for a rainy day is always a smart move. Only this way you will be able to finally start having a healthy relationship with your money. And the last bad habit that I want to get rid of in the new year is making too big goals that are hard to achieve. Setting too many goals for the upcoming year has a reason. We want to be perfect, and I think that it's a rather toxic mindset. You were not perfect this year, you were not perfect a year before. Actually, no one in this world is perfect, and we all humans and have our own mistakes. So if you decide to start changing your life right away from the 1st of January, most likely you will be disappointed. Obviously, all these healthy routines that you have made up for yourself will be too overwhelming and probably make you feel like you would rather go back to your comfort zone. So instead of making a list of 20 things that you must do this year, like learning new language, working out every morning, opening your own company and so on, think about one, the most important for you thing for upcoming year. Create your own highlight of this year and stick to this goal. Don't try to be perfect in every field in your life. You are not a machine after all. It's good to have great ambitions in your life, but personally I think that it's more important not to be hard on yourself. Maybe in the end of the year you will find yourself strongly completing one resolution instead of superficially implementing 3 out of 20. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you happy holidays and a great 2022. See you in the next videos. Bye!